everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sometimes Tommy Andreessen will post stuff on his Twitter account that gives us a little look into how Ninjago seasons were developed and what kind of original ideas were thrown out there before they were later finalized. And today he posted about the original ending of Season 7, which was back in the works in January of 2016. So we'll be taking a look at that. He basically found an email that had been sent on the 8th of January 2016, which is a long time ago, and it was essentially his original concept on how to end Hands of Time, and it was originally planned to be the end of the series too. And we're going to be taking a look at the entire email that he sent as well. Some of the elements are very similar to what actually happened in the real show, such as Crux of the Chronics going back in time to relive that battle with the Iron Doom, and Nia and Kai sneaking on board to stop them. And of course the fight where Crux and Chronics realize that they can't win and decide to go into the future instead. And now this is where stuff starts to get a bit different. I'm looking at the 4th bullet point now, where Kai realizes he needs to do something and he goes into the time warp. One really cool touch that was not actually present, and I'm on the 5th point now, is that the young Wu realizes that the Kai and Nia who have come to the past are actually from the future. I think that's a really cool touch, and Wu says that they need to hide it from Rei and Maya. I honestly wish this really had happened. Siblings Kai and Nia then follow the time twins back through the time vortex, but actually one big difference is that the old Wu from the present is not traveling back in time with Kai and Nia in this version. I like that Wu was back in time with them, and it made for an epic final fight aboard the Iron Doom that is not in this version. It turns out that Kai brought the past reversal blade, and he and Nia get out in the present, and they are able to heal Wu. So it looks like throughout this entire fight, Wu did not go into the past, and he still remained in the present. But now he actually tells Borg and his parents that he has a job for them, apparently, which we will see in the next part of this email. But yeah, anyways, Crux and Chronics are actually planning on going 200 years into the future, and I like that we're getting more specification into how far exactly they wanted to travel, and the Chronics of course can't wait to see all the technology, and the ninja will be gone. But when they arrive, Chronics is not really enthused with how much has happened, how much has changed since the present. And then they see Kai, who is an old man by now, and they're confused because he should be dead by now. And so apparently Kai used the reversal blade to slow down the time twins' travel, so instead of traveling 200 years into the future, they are only 4 decades in the future. To me, this doesn't really make much sense as to how Kai used the reversal blade to do this, but I think it still could work even though it doesn't really make that much sense. Now, Chronics and Crux are pretty angry, but they still are assured of their victory since they have the snakes and the other 4 time blades. But now, since there's all kind of technology that Kai asked Borg to build, Kai has the upper hand, and so he uses Nindroids and technologies in order to trap the time twins, and pretty much it's over then. The rest of the ninja team arrives, and they look like they did in the reflection, which I think is an awesome touch, and it's possible they bring kids. However, Cole is possibly not here. He's either dead or late, and pretty much it's just up to the viewer's interpretation. And the series ends with the ninja talking about all of their adventures in the last 40 years. And the bottom part at the bottom of the email talks about the reversal blade, and it's kind of similar to what actually happened with the reversal blade from the past being brought into the future, and thus 2 reversal blades in the same timeline, although this is a little bit different since in this final version, the 2 reversal blades are actually there, whereas in the final version of the TV series, we have 1 reversal blade in the present and then another reversal blade traveling through time. This ending sounds awesome. We now have 3 different endings for Hands of Time. Of course, we have this very early development ending, then we had another ending that Tommy Andreessen shared when he posted the Season 7 mural, and of course the final ending that is used in the TV show. I actually really love the final Season 7 ending, and so I think that's my favorite out of the 3. Sure, it doesn't really conclude the Time Twins arc, but if anything, that's the fault of LEGO because the Season 7 ending was pretty much setting up another Hands of Time season, and they did not choose to take that opportunity. Now, this was supposed to be the ending for all of Ninjago and the series finale, and as a series finale, I think this is kind of disappointing. I mean, I don't think the Hands of Time are good villains, and I would honestly prefer a supernatural villain like the Oni or the Overlord as a final villain. However, I do like that we are exploring the future, and one thing about Hands of Time that it really doesn't do is explore the future. That would have been awesome, and I understand why they didn't do this. It's kind of risky to write a future ending that you're not necessarily going to follow when the series ends. But yeah, I mean, I don't think the Time Twins are honestly the best villains, and them just being defeated by ramming into a wall feels pretty underwhelming. although it's definitely really cool how the ninja were able to outsmart them. And also talking about Cole's fate, I guess this kind of sheds some more light on the meaning of the reflections. I always say that the reflection does not imply Cole's death, it just means that he was going to be able to be invisible in season 6. As lame as it is, that's the explanation for the reflection. But this email kind of disproves that and shows that the reflection is really up to your own interpretation. I'm not a huge fan of the idea of Cole not being present in the future. I don't like there being something up for interpretation at the end of Ninjago, especially with one of our main characters. And I wouldn't want to be wondering what happened to Cole for the end of the series. I mean, I'd want to know where the ninja are, and all of them, whether they're dead or whether Cole really is late just chowing down on some cake. I don't really want something that important left up for interpretation. The ninja just being in the future and defeating a Chronix and Crux like that feels too rushed for a series finale. So in the end, I'm glad that this wasn't the series finale, although this ending does sound awesome. The other Season 7 ending that was revealed a few months ago was an ending very similar to the original one, except in the end we see a clip of the Time Twins approaching 40 years in the future and Kai Nia and the other ninja and their kids getting ready to battle them. It's also pretty crazy to find out that they really planned this stuff that far in advance. I mean, this email was sent more than a year before Season 7 was released in the US, and that was January of 2016, I think, as Skybound was releasing, and shortly after the reflections from Season 5 too, so you can see why the reflections were still relevant by then. But anyways, I think this is really cool that we're getting to see more about how these seasons were developed, and I hope we could see more kind of emails and concepts and stuff from Tommy and Drayson like this. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone ever you know, and let me know what you think of this ending and which of the three is your favorite ending. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.